Greetings everyone, my name is Etterville, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Make a Good Mega Man Level Contest 2, or Magmal 2 for short. During the last part, I completed the Inner Sanctum of Wily Star II. So in this part, I'll be completing Wily Star Stage 5, the Unobtainium Mine. This level was designed by ACESpark, and out of all the Wily Star 2 stages, this one is my favorite one out of the bunch. Primarily due to the boss fight at the end, but we'll get to that in about 10-15 minutes. That text box was warning us of the main gimmick coming up. And the musical track playing on the background is Last Party on the Moon from the game Gunstar Heroes. Unfortunately, the spike ball dropping gimmick isn't utilized that much in this stage. So here's the main gimmick of the stage. These magnetically attracted and repulsed shields. The red ones are always forward facing of wherever your character is facing. And these red magnets will pull you towards wherever your shield is pointed towards. So if I'm on the left side, they won't pull me towards them, but if I'm facing right, it will attract me to them. So by using this, I can extend my jump distance. The blue ones repel me though. So I need to jump backwards basically. Also nice visual indicator of where the magnets are pushing me or pulling me towards. And as I mentioned in the previous part, this is one of the two Wily Star stages that actually has Nobel Nickels. And somehow I didn't make the jump there. I was a bit too late. So let's try this again. Mind you, using the flash stopper does not affect the magnetic attraction or repulsion, so keep that in mind for later. I'm trying to do it safer this time. And once you reach these beams, your shield is lost. And I guess it makes sense that there is a mine here. After all, the Wily Star II I think is built out of an asteroid. So here's our mini-boss for the stage, Super Dachone. Basically a souped up version of a regular Dachone. Nonetheless, it falls rather quickly. At least it poses some threat. And here's our next mini gimmick, an auto-scrolling segment. I also like how many of the enemies are recolored to fit the magnet gimmick, aka they're recolored to be red and or blue. Also a nice usage of parallax scrolling in the background there. The second Nobel Nickel is right over here, pretty easy to get. Now you can just use 3 super arrows, but I'd rather use a combination of the super arrow as well as the wheel cutter. I think it's faster that way. And here's a recolored jump bug. Oh sure, it's a little thing, but it helps to build cohesion for this stage. And now we have the second magnet type in this stage, the blue shields. These will always be in the reverse direction of where you're facing. So if I'm facing to the right, the shield will be on the left. If I'm facing to the left, the shield will be facing to the right. So it's a simple but effective change to the gimmick we've seen before, earlier in the stage. Of course, making the jump is a slight problem because I need to do a tap jump. There we go. Outside of maybe the 5th and final Nobel Nickel challenge, all of them are rather easy to get. It is possible to do that at Buster only, but I'd rather not take the risk. Another nice recoloring of the moldier enemy, to better fit with the magnet gimmicks here. And now these will repulse me. And here I lose access to the shield. Overall, I think this is a rather solid stage. If this was actually an entry stage submitted to the main contest, I'd place this in tier 9 or tier 10. Nice challenge progression, unique gimmicks, and I do like the nice touch of a mini-boss battle, several unique gimmicks like the spike ball, as well as the auto-scrolling segment on that flyer or whatever that jet power thing was, as well as other unique things. If there's one thing I'd like more to be added to the stage, it's that some enemies can be affected by the magnets themselves. But I suppose I'm asking for a bit much because the stage isn't over yet. We have at least 1/3 of the stage left over, and that's the main thing that elevates the stage from tier 9 to tier 10, all the way up to tier 10 I'd say. As you can see, these Royal Master energies are being absorbed. We have a full refill over here. Down over there is the reason why this is my favorite Wily Fortress stage. And you may have already guessed what the boss would be based off of the music playing in the background. So without further ado, let's do this. The boss of Wily Star 5 is 7 Force. This boss is based off of its incarnation from Gunstar Heroes, Gunstar Superheroes, as well as Alien Soldier. This is a tribute to those games, while still being a unique take on this boss battle, adapted to the Mega Man gameplay style. Each form or transformation has different attacks, life bars, and weaknesses. Despite the fact that it's a 7-form boss fight, it's not the longest boss fight in the game, and in order to get the 5th and final Nobel Nickel, you need to defeat all 7 forms in one go. and in order to unlock a unique costume, you need to do it Buster only. Now you can still use E and M tanks though. Interestingly enough, Piranha Force is the only one of the 7 forces that's completely unique. It's not based off of a pre-existing force. Form Tree uses the red magnet gimmick, so nice utilization of the stage's main gimmick. At the beginning of every new form, you do get a large life energy from Eddie, so that's super helpful. Falcon Force is one of the more unique forms in the sense that it doesn't have any invulnerability frames for whatever reason, so it gets absolutely destroyed by stuff like the wire adapter. Overall, this is a rather thrilling boss fight, and it really emphasizes ACESpark's strengths. And now we have Devil Force, based off of the Yellow Devil boss fights, or all of the Devil boss fights. However, unlike many of the other Devil encounters, you can actually attack the boss while it's throwing its miniature pieces at you. And now we're up to the 7th and final form of 7 Force, Sakugane Force. Basically a giant version of the Sakugane. Nice outro text there, based off the one from Gunstar Heroes and Gunstar Superheroes. And because I defeat the boss all in one go, I gain access to the 5th and final Nobel Nickel. Now some final thoughts. When I first encountered this boss fight, I was quite surprised. Oh sure, the stage was pretty competent, very fun, a high tier 9 stage, but this crazy boss fight with 7 different forms, each with their own unique attacks, patterns, etc., just elevated it to be one of my favorite stages in the entire competition itself. Although this is closer to the Alien Soldier version of 7 Force compared to, for example, Gunstar Heroes, because it has a set pattern or set number of forces you find in order. Now, ACESpark made this 7 Force encounter as a proper demonstration of both a reference to another game as well as a multi-phase boss fight, as he felt that a lot of entries, or rather several of them, did this rather poorly. And wow, it plays very well to ACESpark's strengths. He really likes boss fights, as evidenced by his judge comments back in Launch and Shuttleman, and he really proved it. Really, this is one of the highlights of Magmal 2 as a whole. So in the next part, I'll be delving into Wily Star II Stage 6, and boy, that's gonna be quite a marathon stage. Well then, thanks for watching and have a nice day. Toodles!